told the Bookie Bar. Ah. It's a book nerd thing, okay? Well, we're at Colorado Springs Comic Con.
Yes, super busy.
Yep. We're dying right now. I'm brain melt. No. I had a purpose in starting this and now it's gone. It's gone. Here's an ankylosaurus that Lena gave me. It's a substitute for Mambo.
Mambo 2.
Mambo number 2. Only 3 more to go. And then,
unlimited Mambos.
And then once I get all 5 Mambos, I'll be able to cut the population in half with a snap of my fingers, right? That's how it works. Collect the infinity Mambos.
Yeah, right.
Right. Okay. I forgot why I started recording. Hello everybody, I'm back from Colorado Springs Comic Con for tonight. We're going to bed. I just wanted to tell you guys I finished all the bookmarks. I think I showed them. We made progress on Book Nook stuff by cutting out the rest of the books and the portraits, and I worked on audiobook only by making the noise adapter and the de-esser. That's what I did for it. So I worked on every goal a little tiny bit. So I'm getting my points. I'm really tired though. I'm going to bed now. I'm so exhausted and I gotta do this again tomorrow. Good night. Hello everybody, it is day 21 of Createathon. I have been at a convention today. I just got home, I just washed my face, and now I'm hanging out with my bird, who's not happy that I've been gone. Except now she's good to be off of me as soon as I turn the camera on. Proving everyone that she actually hates me, right? No, it's because my bag's on the bed and we like to hide in my bag. So anyway, now that we're home, we can attempt to do our Createathon prompt, which was today to push forward, try to complete 1 goal today, which is going to be very difficult. The only possible goal I can try to complete is the audiobook, because I only have 2 chapters left. I've got a few hours before I need to go to bed so I can go to work tomorrow, but we're going to try our darndest to get these done. So chapter 13 is 46 minutes. Of raw footage. I don't know how much chapter 14 is, but it's definitely smaller. But then I have to like compile it all and stuff. So, but we're going to try. The key word in it is try. So we're gonna try right now. Let's go. Little check-in time here. It is 8:43 p.m. We have just finished editing chapter 13. So let me make sure that it properly exported. Sure is there. Let's find out how long chapter 14 is. Okay, chapter 14 is only 16 minutes of unedited stuff. Maybe we can do this. Maybe we can do this. There's chapter 14. I just need to do the closing and it's all edited. But then I gotta compile it. Alright, so it's taken a bit, but we started figuring it out using ACX on Audible. Oh, I've got an issue. What's the issue on this one? Peaks exceed 0. Reduce peaks below. Okay, so I gotta fix. It analyzes a lot of stuff, so this might take me a bit longer, but at least we started figuring it out. Alright, this is gonna take a lot longer to like fully adjust everything because I didn't know the good presets to do when recording this. So I just found a video that actually explains all of that, so I'm going to have to take a day to kind of adjust all of my files, but I'm counting this as successful today. Everything is done. I started working on the audiobook itself in Audible. So, and the prologue or the intro is ready to go. So, do that. We're just gonna do this later because it's 10 o'clock. I'm exhausted from convention and stuff. We're gonna count that as a success. Morning everybody, it is August 22nd, day 22 of Createathon. I'm headed to my physical therapy appointment right now. We're in downtown Denver, because that's where my physical therapy is at apparently. Well, not apparently, I've been going here for a couple days now. And I'm super frustrated with the audiobook stuff, because I finished recording and I finished editing and I go to upload it, and there are the audio analysis when you are uploading stuff to Audible is obnoxious, and I don't understand it, and I wish I knew so many more things when I went into recording that would have helped save me so much time, because now I'm having to go in and individually adjust the peaks and adjust the RMS, which I still don't actually understand what the RMS is and how to really do it. And every tutorial I try to look up online is either a different version of Audition, or they're not using it, or they're using Max or something, and I'm like, I just need someone to show me what the hell they mean. And because it's turning, whenever I'm doing these adjustments, it's now making the audio like really tinny and weird, and I'm like, it sounded fine when I edited it, and now it sounds bad, and I'm having to do all these little tiny minutiae to keep it sounding decent, and it's very, very frustrating, and I was hoping to be done with this project last night, and it's still not done. It's very annoying. Ooh. Hello everybody, it is 8 p.m. and we have finally finished uploading all the chapters to Audible and gotten them to be acceptable for both Audible and my ears. It's been a nightmare, and now we are uploading the cover art, but I'm having an issue where it's taking forever for some reason. And I don't know why. Like, it's stuck. I'm just gonna leave it. We're just gonna walk away right now. We're gonna walk away. We're gonna try to do our prompt for today, which was to do something involving food. Now, I don't have anything really to make, and excuse my dirty kitchen and the fuzzy camera. We're gonna go turn on a light over here. My house is a mess right now. It's all a mess. So what I wanna do involving food is try to make teeny tiny mushrooms that will be inside the book nook, which I have not worked on in a bit since I did the books. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm doing, but we're gonna fuck around and find out. I've got a bunch of trash and stuff, so I was thinking to just try and use some of the garbage and attempt to make mushrooms. I don't know what I'm gonna use. I have no idea. I'm throwing trash on the ground right now. That's what we're doing. I mean, whatever at this point. We've got our moss here. I saw somebody doing this with like hot glue, but apparently the painting is difficult with them, so I'm like, no, we want to do something now. What can I use in the trash bin? It's a bin. Oh, there's some grass. Maybe some of that. Oh, maybe, oh yeah, because you're kind of rounded already. Oh! I've got an old toilet paper hold. I can cut this, maybe shape it, and use some of the old stems from plant stuff plant stuff. Not this one, obviously, but from the I don't know, let's fuck around and find out. Right, we have teeny tiny mushrooms, sort of. You can, oh, that doesn't light at all. Can I get a light? There we go. Here's a light. See my teeny tiny mushrooms? In the corner. I think that looks way better than I thought it was going to be. For a really quick 5-second craft, like, that looks pretty good, I gotta say. I'll just kind of light it up in here, see if it'll focus a bit. Focus. There we go. You can kind of see them. They're not, you know, they're not great, but you know, they're gonna be kind of in the back behind stuff. Mushrooms growing up from the floor. I think that works well. Well done. Would you say well done, Mumbo? Did Mommy did good? Mommy do good? Yeah? What do you think? Yay! Kiss, kiss. Yay! We did the mushrooms, and that completes the goal. That's something with food. Mushrooms are food. Those ones are poisonous, but food, stale, it works. I'm counting it. Let's go see if the cover uploaded. We did it, guys. It's an audiobook. It's pending review, but it's done. My part is done, at least unless they find a horrible issue with it. But official running time, 8 hours, 13 minutes long. I did it. Oh my God, that was a year in the making, a whole year in the making, and I have 3 more books to do. We're gonna take a break from that though, right? We gonna take a break. But we did it! Yay! Yay! We did it. God, that was crazy. That was crazy. Good night. Oh, who say hello? Well, someone is very, very, very upset over here. We are not happy. We are very upset. They are all on her bed.
Why would you be upset? Look at these faces.
Yeah. As my battery is dying already, apparently. Oh, you getting my owie? Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm sorry. I needed doggy time.
That's what
It's
we're here.
important, right? Hi. Oh, you
See me?
you trying to come here? Are you? Oh boy, come here.
Go get her.
Oh man.
Hi. That's a dog in his natural habitat.
On a techie. That's our natural habitat. I love you too. Thank you. You're gonna fall. Oh, you got it. How about this one? How about this one, oh baby? I love you. Okay, battery's dying. Puppy visit. And mom.
Whatever.
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 Y'all ready for some true Faafo spirit? We're gonna try our hand at sculpting. I've never sculpted in my life. Now I watched one video. One. That is the amount of effort you get from me. Beginning of sculpting stuff. It's because there wasn't really a video, at least for the 5 minutes that I searched on YouTube, that truly showed me what I wanted to see and what I wanted to do. Also, the lighting in here is quite horrendous. But what I want to try to do, and this is for the book nook, is to try to make a teeny tiny candelabra and a teeny tiny globe for the teeny tiny place. Yeah, so I can give myself a break from making the teeny tiny book stacks, because dear Lord, these take forever to do. And slowly losing my mind. Okay, so they said, here's, like, I know people with sculpting use like actual tools and shit. I don't got the money for that. But the one person that I watched, it was like, you can use a spoon, like the back of a spoon. And I'm like, I have chopstick for the roly. I've got this butter knife for some cheese, butter knife, something. I don't know. I've got this thing. No idea what that is. And they say you know, use wire for the skeleton of it, but I'm like, it's so tiny. I don't know if I can do that. Oh dear Lord, I just got the LEDs in the water. I also have a thing of water. I've got a baking sheet because I don't have any parchment paper to work on. So we're using my teeny tiny cutting board that I never use. So fuck it, why not? We are using this. So the reason I have this and the reason we're doing this is I went to my parents the other day and my mom was like, here, have this. So this is just something my dad has. It's still good. It still looks good. We've got that. Yeah. So I don't know. Let's fuck around. Let's find out. Can I open this? There we go. I've never used, and this is air dry, so I won't be baking it, so this will be, you know, we'll have to come back tomorrow or something with, okay, I don't need a whole lot, so we're gonna take that little chunk there, and then we're gonna put this all in a zippy locky for airtightiness. Even though I never have good airtight, like, I don't have good luck making bags actually airtight. Okay, I'm mad. I don't know. So anyway, I don't know, is that what people do? I haven't played with like clay. I don't even know when. Did we even do this at school? Okay, I'm gonna use my choppy stick. This is already going wrong. Just to flatten a little bit. We're doing that. Now, I know how to use a baking roller thing because I worked in a bakery for a long time. And I can do a steam bun thing like no one's business. Oh my god, this is very difficult to work with. Okay. So candelabra. Teeny tiny baby thing. We're just going to I'm gonna slice a little bit off you here and make you long. But I don't want it that long, so we're gonna go ha and cut it. And I've cut it. I don't know how long I actually want this candelabra to be. I think just that long. And then we need to make a little platform for it. One might say a little thingy. This is going to be the shoddiest candelabra y'all have ever seen. Okay, I'm just gonna use my spoon to flatten that. This is already looking like absolute garbage, but you know, what else that I make doesn't look exactly wrong everywhere. Okay, so here's our little stem of the, I don't know, how am I supposed to do I need tweezers or something for this to get it? I don't know, maybe a little water here. Should we wet it? And then, yeah, okay. Sure. I probably should have done something else with it. Not that you guys can see it all. Allow me to. There's the base. There's the base of it so far. It's, it is what it is. Okay. Alright, let's do another slice. Would anyone care for a slice of clay on tonight's menu? Why did I think making a little candelabra was a good idea? How do you do it? Okay, so now we gotta make this tiny though. Okay, we have to make this proportionate. So I'm thinking our little base guy here is truly yay wide. I'm just gonna roll that this way. And then we need our prongy prongs. So we don't want them to be too big. So we're gonna go slice, slice, baby. Doom, 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 doom. Flatten. Be flatter together. And then we scoop it with the spoon. This looks really bad. I'm so glad I'm not a professional. This would be a really sad tutorial. Not tutorial, but it would be if I was a professional. And I'm just showing you all the wrong things. All the wrong things. Commiserating. That's what I'm doing. Oh God. Let's just dunk you. Say it ain't so. I will not go. Turn the lights on. Carry me home. La 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 la. Copyright. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna use my knifey and ruin the whole thing. Like these. And squeeze. Oh God. No. The wonkiest candelabra one has ever seen. Ah! My choppy stick. You know how long I've had these chopsticks? I've had these chopsticks since Akita. That's way back in 2007. 2007, that's what I was saying. Is the candelabra. It's going over here now. And apparently that's going to air dry. Somehow. Some way, somehow. And then we'll paint it and maybe it won't look so garbagey. But for now, garbage. Next up, we make the globe. I've been saving these little like foil wrappers for stone usage, but I realized they can also be used to make the world. We'll have the whole world on the floor. Okay. So basically, we're using that as our thingy. Okay, so now I'm going to go like this and get it nice and wet. Smooth everything out. Smooth everything out. Because the world is smooth. There's no rocky faces or anything on it. I should really just make it flat, because as we all know, the earth is actually flat, you know. Truth. That's what I'm all about. Are those people still around? Or was that just one big meme way back in the day? I see people doing this a lot on the videos. I'm gonna pretend. It's a ball! Okay, now we have to do the... How do globes look? We need a stand and the loopy thing. So I'm gonna make the loopy thing, right? We're gonna do that. Now granted, that's far too thick. So I'm gonna cut it with this butter knife. Why do I have this? Where did I get this? I bet this is from my grandma, actually. Thanks, Grandma. You knew. But it's like that. How do globes look? I've forgotten what globes look like now. Hey Siri, show me pictures of globes. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I really need, I need it to be super close. So I even need it to be a little smaller. So I've got these little tiny pieces of cardboard that are scraps from the little tiny books all over this table, because who is she? A mess. Let's flatten that out. Some more water here to cure it. Or don't, you know, I have that option to also not do anything here. Anything correct, at least. And then you put it on this part really poorly. Yeah, stay together. Come together right now on this placemat. I used to love that song so much. Oh no! We need a base. We need a good thick base, because this baby's gotta stand, you know. So I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna get it more wet because it's definitely drying. Ah! Goodbye. I'm gonna take our guy here and go whoa, like that. Contrary to what that knife is, it does not slice this like butter. I was about to put that in my mouth to get it wet. That's a bad idea. Don't put clay in your mouth, you know. Just stick to the food that you know it is edible to you. I mean, only one side of this is gonna be visible. So if one side of it looks, you know, is the side that's secretly holding everything together, that's fine. Okay? That is just how it has to be. Is it globy enough? I think for all my intents and purposes, that is globy enough. The candelabra is drying. Don't touch it. Q. 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 It's fine. Stop touching things that are fine. Okay. Well, that took way less time than I thought it would. I mean, obviously this has got to air dry for a good long while. But what can I make anything? Is there anything else I should make? I don't know. What else is in a library? Maybe a little vase. Should we make a little vase? I don't know. All I know is that this is getting dry. We must make it wet again. Making miniatures. Wish I had a teeny tiny pottery wheel. I've never used one of those before, ever. I'd be interested in trying, but it would likely turn out like every other project I've ever done. Absolute trash! Or maybe there's just some weird abstract art in this tiny. Maybe there's just a stalactite? Should I have stalactites hanging from the ceiling? No, that's a terrible idea. Nope. We're gonna use choppy stick. It's a little vase. You put a little thing and there's that. There it is. There it is. Whoop, there it is. Challenge complete. Sort of. I've never tried sculpting before. It's very difficult. It does not look good. But I did not promise things to look good. I promised to try my hand at it. And I definitely did. I did try my best. I do my best, do your best, do your best, do your best. That's the theme song of Createathon. There's something else to work on for now, but that's the challenge of the day. I'm gonna go take care of a bird. All right, so we've been working more on the book nook today. I got more books made. There's more books made, and we finished the portrait gallery. I didn't film myself doing it because I was distracted, but basically I just cut out frames from cardboard pieces from something. What was it? Doesn't have the, I don't know what I used. I don't remember what I used with my trash, but basically just cut them out, painted them gold, and then added a little bit of weathering to them. I don't think you can see it very well. And then glued them onto the back. So we'll have a nice little gallery of all my nerdy stuff. Yeah. Looks good to me. As good as it's gonna be. I also weathered the sorry, it's drying. Well, I guess it's probably dry now. The chandelier, made it a little bit dirtier so that it looks a little bit more dilapidated. Oh, making these books is killing me though. I gotta say, I still have all these ones to do, but we are done for the night. Hello everybody, it is day 26 of Createathon. I did sprints today, that was my challenge. I made some more books. We have another little row of books of stuff. Raymambo. And our guys are dry, so here's my little globe. It's not great, but it's a globe. Here's my candelabra with a little paint. And my vase, little vase. So yeah, so we have made those. I need to paint them and stuff. I'm so tired though. I'm exhausted. I had a really long day at work today. And I was at work all day. I didn't get to work from home. And I was just, my brain is dead. It's absolutely dead from that. So I'm pretty much just like, I'm gonna go to bed. We have Sammy's wedding stuff tomorrow. But I don't have to be there till later now because I just confirmed what time she wants me there for videography and photography. Even though this camera is a bullshittery as it's unfocused as hell. There we go. Okay. It's daytime. It'll be outdoors, so it should be much better. So I think I'm just going to decompress. I was going to try to finish reading Words of Radiance today. I'm so tired. I only have a couple hours left of it. I'm going to save it for tomorrow morning while we're getting ready and stuff. I'm really liking it. I like it a lot more than Way of Kings. This is not sequel syndrome. This is very fun and I definitely am enjoying it. So I just wanted to give a little update on everything as we're nearing the end of Createathon in August. Can I get this stuff done? I'm also really behind in writing. I still have like 14,000 words to write in order to make my usual writing goal. Sorry, I'm trying to get into the light so that it focuses. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna do our rolls for tomorrow, and that's it. That's it for today. I'm tired. Good night. Hello everybody, it is August 27th. We are nearing the end of Createathon. Obviously I've just showered and stuff. We have a few hours before we are heading over to the wedding for Sammy. And we're gonna try, I have finished making all the books. So we're gonna try to finish making all the book stacks. We're gonna try to paint the little miniature dudes here, and we're also going to try to finish listening to Words of Radiance. We've got just under 4 hours left of it, so it should take me half that to get through it. I'm stressed by it, and I'm stressed in general right now. It's always that end of the month stress because we're behind on a lot of stuff. So let's get to it. All right, we've finished all the little books. They can all fit on the shelf. I was gonna have more scattered around, but they need to fill up the shelves a bit. And I've got, this is where these guys are gonna go. I'm gonna have a little table that'll have the vase on it, but progress. All right, this is our progress. We have painted a lot of stuff. We've got some chairs and stuff up here. I have glued in the door, glued in our little mirror, hi. We've glued in our little cameo there. We've painted our candelabra. We have painted the fireplace. We painted our globe. We still have to draw on the globe to actually make it a globe. We've got our little vase. Oh no, my little vase. I have to re-glue that. Okay, that's fine. We've glued in our piano. And we've also painted our balcony. It's still drying. So this is gonna be our little balcony stuff up here. So that's still, I'm just gonna leave it like that so it dries a little better. We've got one more chair there. Where's my table? I don't know where I put my little table. Where's my chandelier? I gotta glue that. But we have to get ready for a wedding now, so we're gonna do that.
I forgot this is a thing.
This is a thing.
This is a thing.
How you doing? It's August 28th?
Yes.
28th.
Yes, I didn't have to cheat.
28th.
I know what day it is.
Createathon day 28. And we're at the convention again.
Yay!
Back at it again.
Yep.
My prompt today is to work for 3 hours on a thing.
Selling books, right?
I mean, it's creating money.
Yes.
But I do have stuff in the thing. Oh, I brought my globe. You want to hold this for a second so I can open my thingy? So I have all these. I'm going to make little leaves, but I brought my little globe because I got to draw on my globe.
It's so much tinier than I thought it was.
Is it tiny? It's a baby. It's a baby globe.
It's a small world
in my hands. We are A-okay today.
What is sleep? I don't even know.
Thank God. Thank God. Yeah, I was on a wedding thing yesterday all day, and smash yesterday. Oh, that would suck. So
Yeah.
we gotta draw a little world on that, even though I can't draw. Especially.
Does it have to be Earth?
I mean, no, it does not. Well, now I'm getting story ideas again.
My plan is working.
I have had 3 separate story ideas since I've been here, and I've only been here for what, a half hour?
Yeah.
An hour.
It's just starting. Think how many I'll have by the end of the day?
I gotta go.
Stories. Dog.
Oh boy, is there gonna be a battle with Godzilla and Doc Ock?
Oh, no.
Oh, nope, just casually passing by. Well, it's good to know they're friends,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Doing good. A little tired. I know everything about Sailor Moon now.
I may have explained the entire plot of Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon in 12 minutes.
Sailor Moon 12 minutes. Retiming.
I remember everything. Nothing got past me.
All right, quiz time.
They're called sailors. That's all.
I had a reason for pulling out the camera.
Vlogging, I would guess.
My prompt today, Createathon, I have been working on it slowly but surely. I made my globe. My globe has more. It's a fictional world now because I can't draw, and I made a bunch of tiny little leaves. So intermittently, I'm making this 3-hour work. But I've also been reading a book that Lena bought. I didn't buy it. Screw you. Cats of War. And it's entertaining thus far. I'm gonna try to finish reading it the whole time we're here, so I should probably get back to reading it.
Time well spent. Time well spent.
Time well spent. I could either be cutting out tiny fake leaves or reading a book with cats.
What
in
a
space.
choice.
Like,
What a choice.
it's really dope. Or I could explain to you more about Sailor Moon because we haven't even gotten into the next season.
We have a season break.
Season break. We are going to have a marathon of a lot of shows though. Between Farscape, Our Flag Means Jazz,
Yep.
and now
There are
Sailor Moon.
plans.
I'm going to make you watch the live action Sailor Moon.
How long is it?
Pretty Guardian is like 50 episodes, but they're short episodes.
Okay. Maybe not in a day.
Maybe. Couple days. We can do that in a couple days. I will make you a Sailor Moon nerd soon enough. It will happen. Now I do have to warn you though, in the beginning of Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon, they tried doing CGI monsters and it does not go well, and they realized this very quickly and they changed.
Okay, good.
So
They learned their lesson.
the first couple episodes are not great, and then they're like, no, we should go back to the suits. And that's where Japan really strives, is with their suits. Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
It's a plan. Okay. I'll get back to reading now. I'm not talking your ear off about Sailor Moon.
Not at all. There was not, you know, goop coming out of my ears as my brain melted.
Hello everybody. Alright, we have been working the rest of the whole 3 hours. I have made some improvements and some annoyances. Alright, so here's where we stand. I don't think you guys can see very well. We have started adding moss. I made all the little, but honestly, I did not need to waste my time with the vining because you can't really see it through the moss now. But we've been working on moss. We have been gluing this together. I still want to figure out if I can get a light in this, but we're really running out of time on this project. So we have done that. We're going to let all the moss kind of dry. I really need to fix the door, but the door is frustrating me right now, so we're just going to let that dry and then we'll fix it. We need to add our balcony now that I've put all the little things up at the top one, and we're getting close to the end. But working with this moss is very difficult because it keeps sticking to my fingers rather than to the place where it's supposed to be sticking. So there's that, and we've got a book stack that has decided to dislodge itself. So we will fix that later. We'll fix you later. But okay, I'm gonna deem myself complete on this one. Hello everybody. We're almost done with the book nook. Yes, it's August 29th, day 29 of Createathon. I've been working a lot on on this guy. We've sealed it up. We've added lights to the full. Let me get it to the good setting. There we go. Yo, I'll do a better thing. This is just your quick overview right now, but we've finished the interior. The interior is done. I've just added these lights in. I wanted it to make it look like it's more like there are holes, like kind of like it's cracks and stuff, but we also really badly needed lighting in here, so I don't mind that there's lights going on. But we've done a lot, so we are now actually just going to use this to cover up everybody on the outside, even though it's not going to totally fit. I'm going to cut them out and just Mod Podge it to the border here just to kind of clean it up. We're going to finish doing mossing probably on the side. I don't know exactly. But it's also, it's kind of time for bed. So this was kind of your check-in before we do a final reveal. But like, yo, we did stuff. Look at my little globe and crap here. It's hard to see in the back, but there's like, guys, see my mushrooms? You see the mushrooms in the back there? Yeah. So I'm pretty proud of it. I think it looks pretty good. Pretty much what I had. It's pretty close to what I had in mind for this. The making of the leaf things that I was doing the other day was absolutely pointless because like you can't see them and the moss looks way better. So that was a stupid idea, but you know, whatever. It was an experiment. So yeah, we're just gonna quickly cut the borders off of these, slapdashery them on, and maybe we'll stay up enough time to do it. I don't know. We'll try. We're gonna try right now, but I can't. I messed up a thing with my camera. I put it on this little tiny tripod and the screw got stuck in it, so I can't actually hook you up to my tripod, which is also why I haven't been filming like me doing this. No, we haven't had any of the montages, so we're gonna 3, 2, 1 do that, and that's what we're gonna do. So 3, 2, 1, boom! Oh my god, it's done. It's done. It's done. We did it. We did it. I'll do a better final reveal, but that's it. I did the book nook. Fuck yeah. Hello everybody, it is August 31st. It is the final day of Createathon. It's also past 11:30 p.m. We did finish another goal, which was the writing goal. Sorry, camera. There we go. We wrote the 33,334 words. We wrote a little over that actually. We had 65 over, but I stayed today and was just writing so much. And we did a stream to write all of them. I wrote over 7,000 words today to catch up with this goal. I've been really bad about it. And now, starting tomorrow, we'll have another 33,333 words to do because this quarter is 100K words. That's the thing. But at least I didn't fail it this time and I actually completed stuff. But September will hold many, many more things, but that was Createathon. And this is the end of Createathon. We'll be back next year probably. Who knows what'll happen. But we did it. We did it. I don't have the results right now, obviously. Hopefully I will put that in this vlog. I think yes. Yes? Yes. There might be results in this vlog. I don't know if I'm putting results. If I am, here's results cue. If not, thanks for joining Createathon, and I will see you next time, cuties. Bye. Are y'all ready for some true Faafo spirit? I am off of work. Email. Just move y'all closer here. Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Gorsh. Oh gosh. There's my goofy for you. Okay. All right. What was I even planning? I don't fucking know. Faafo.